bobbin on the Emerald 116. We're going to take the bobbin and place it onto the bobbin winder. And then with the reel of thread on the spool pin and with the stopper on, push that onto place. I'm going to take the thread round and underneath the tension guide there. So it just goes underneath the spring between the two bits of metal. Go across, place your thread wrap it around a few times clockwise, push the bobbin winder across, and then release the hand wheel from the side of the machine to stop the needle going up and down. This disengages the needle. And then we're going to wind the bobbin and just wind it until you've got as much thread on there as you need, or until it's full. When your bobbin's finished winding, you can take your bobbin off. So just push it back across, take the bobbin off, and then you need to make sure that you push the hand wheel back into the machine, because otherwise without it your machine won't sew. So push the hand wheel back in to re-engage the needle. I'm going to put the bobbin into the machine now with the thread coming off clockwise, so it just drops into place. The thread comes round and it goes into the little gap just here. There's a silver gap in this metal piece here. Just put that in there and it'll click into place, and then you can just slide your bobbin cover back on. I'm going to thread the top thread, so you place the thread onto the spool pin with the stopper, and then for the bobbin winder you go to the top, but for threading it you go underneath. So you go underneath this little guide at the back, and then down through your tension discs, round at the bottom, and then from right to left round the take-up lever, down, round the thread guide, and then there's a needle threader. So I'm going to bring the needle threader down, push it back to engage the hook. So there's a little hook in there. I'll do it again for you. There's a little hook in there. When you push it down, it engages through the eye of the needle. Take the thread underneath the guide, underneath there, and let it go back gently, and it will pull a loop for you to bring the thread through. This dial here is your stitch length dial, so this regulates the length of the stitch. So the smaller the number, the shorter the stitch, the bigger the number, the longer the stitch. So 2.5 is a standard straight stitch. This is your stitch selector, so if you wanted to sew straight stitch, which is stitch number 1, you just turn the dial round till you get to number 1. And this is your zigzag width button. So this is what regulates your stitch width when you're doing a zigzag stitch or a decorative stitch. But for straight stitching, you need it on number 5 to give you a centre needle position.